It's that time of the year again where we celebrate women. And here at KJC Esports, we are always so amazed for the women in the gaming and content industry. Introducing our guest in celebration of Women's Month, former professional player of Valorant and League of Legends, and Twitch partner, Nukella. Hello! First question, tell us about your journey from casual gaming to professional gaming.
Of course, back in high school, it started casually, and then as time went by, I suddenly realized, oh, I want to be more competitive. So I started grinding more, climbing the ladder, and then I used to be a fan of this top female team in League of Legends, and then I got inspired. So my dream back then was like, oh, one day I'll be a part of them. So I really grinded, and luckily nag-try out ako like after a year, and then I got in, and then that's how it started na, like tuloy-tuloy. League of Legends, and then umabot sa Valorant.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, League of Legends and Valorant, these are two completely different games, but you seem to master it both. So, what were your preparations or personal training for this?
As I wanted to climb the lobbies, I am fortunately I had friends that were willing to teach me, so I would ask help from them in my free time, and then in return, I'll help them in other ways. So it's like beneficial for us both. I also learned a lot from joining teams and joining Liab Esports before, and then of course watching pro play, tournaments, and also guides from YouTube really help as well. I would utilize the free resources online, and as for Valorant, na sobrang ganado talaga akong matuto. I used Coach OD26 improvement plan, and I used to hire coaches to really improve as an individual, and for the aim training, ganon. So from Plat, I got to Sendan with hard work, like every day talaga, like after work, coaching, and then laro. So it's mostly self-VOD review, individual coaching. Yes.
That's nice. The dedication to just master both games, really, really amazing. And can you give us a story on what it's like to be in a professional team with women?
Super fun kasi there is respect, and you get to be in a group wherein you have the same level of commitment and passion, like for the game, di ba? Parang relate kayo lahat sa isa't isa na gusto niyong gumaling sabay-sabay. So parang naghatakan kayo pataas. So ganun siya. Like parang if I were to describe it. You're just in that safe place or a family na parang where everyone understands you. Siyempre, kasi lahat tayo parang pare-parehas din ng experience, and alam natin kung paano dito. Like, what is it like being a woman in the esports industry?
You found your people in those teams. On a more personal side, how did streaming? Because as I mentioned earlier, Nukella is also a Twitch partner. So how did streaming help you as a woman in terms of personal growth?
In general, streaming is really helpful with my social anxiety, socializing skills, and yung dream ko na yun nga makapag-spread ng good vibes. And pero pag as a woman naman talaga, it gave me more courage and the confidence to stand up for myself and fellow women. So parang andun yung the need to protect my fellow women gamers in the scene.
And you mentioned earlier the need to protect fellow women in the scene. Have you encountered anything malicious while streaming games? And how did you personally deal with it? Because, you know, it's until today, it's still apparent in the streaming industry.
So just like any other streamer, regardless of gender naman, diba, streaming can be tough sometimes. But being a female, the biggest challenge was yung harassment, and when the people I am playing with were making fun of me, tas while streaming pa. Like, they would mock me, and just because I'm a gamer who happens to be a female. So, ayun. So some people, diba, tend to look down on female players, and that's really sad. Pero, how did I deal with it? Every time this happens, I will try to like stand up talaga. I would raise the situation at hand and tell them na oh, it's making me uncomfortable or my teammate comfortable, and it is not right. Kasi 'di ba, most of them would just tell you, "Oh, just mute them, ignore it." Pero that won't change kasi hindi mababago yung ano, they'll just keep doing that to other women. So, it starts with us talaga na para mas mapabuti 'tong, environment, we should be vocal and tell them what we're really feeling. So, lucky na kung maintindihan nila, pero kung di nila in-accept yun, at least we know that we've tried educating them.
It's true, no? Like, especially on, like, in TikTok comments, I always see that when you're being given a rough time by random teammates, that you should just mute them or just play your game, when actually, it's really, really distracting, especially when you really want to do good in the game. It prevents you from actually enjoying the game itself. So it's nice from Nukella. Just it's always nice to call them out, and it depends on them if they're gonna accept it. Okay, next question. From what I remember before, you used to balance streaming, professional gaming, and working, right? So how did you make everything possible? Kasi it's so difficult.
Mahirap talaga, hindi siya like mabilisan or ano. It took me like 2 months before ako nakapag-adjust sa ganong setup. So, kailangan talaga niya is really good time management and discipline. So, 'di ba, if you really want something, you make ways for it to be possible. So, I used to have lots of schedule planning. I would do my personal plans or daily errands in advance so I can grind and train after shift. So, sa weekends then, parang schedule ko na rin yung stream. I would stream outside of practices, screaming time, ganun. Pero I also make sure na okay din yung health ko. Kasi nung unang mga first months, like wala akong tulog talaga, like pinipilit ko, nakaka-affect siya ng performance. It's hard, pero if you put your mind to it and have a strong mindset and stick to a schedule, it is possible.
So, as a woman in the gaming industry, do you have anything you wish to change or improve?
I hope we can continue to build an environment where women would feel welcome and for it to be a safe space for us. Kasi ngayon, yes, nag-improve siya, pero sana maging consistent and tuloy-tuloy. Kasi, para masaya lahat.
And you mentioned earlier, there are times that you're being looked down upon in your games. So what's your advice to women who are always being looked down upon in any ranked games?
Never ever think that you are the problem. Kasi we just merely want to enjoy and you deserve to play ranked games. So don't let that stop you from playing. Because I'm a huge fan of the quote na don't let anyone stop you from doing what you enjoy or love, which is gaming. But if gaming becomes the reason your mental health is going down, you can always take a short break. Kasi, di ba, stay away from it as it will help you grow as a human and overall let you relax. That small thing will allow you to come back to the game with a fresh and strong mindset. So, your happiness is more important than any ranked game.
Self-awareness is 100% there. And last question, what is your message to all women in the gaming industry in celebration for the Women's Month?
Just be yourself, like keep it real. We all got this. Let's not adjust for other people just because we're tagged as women gamers, na parang we should act this way or perform this way. Wala yun. Just be yourself and just enjoy what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Nukella. Do you have any social medias you would like to plug so we would know where to reach out?
I'm mostly on the streaming platform Twitch, Nukella, and then Twitter and Instagram, Nukella_. Yun lang.
Thank you so much, Nukella, for accepting our interview here at KJC Esports. We really, really appreciate it.
I really appreciate you guys for reaching out.
Thank you. We'll see you on your next stream.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.